Look at this one. It's scary for you. For me, it was just. I don't know why Twitch does that. Ah, it hurt. Oh, I didn't even take note of the people that I rated yesterday. Like the second one. I think it might be too late for me to see at this point. First thing you become aware of is the disconnect, the delay between thinking and feeling, between wanting to act and acting. Minor but imperceptible, but always present. It's at its worst when waking, when you yourself has spent so many dark hours recalling what it felt like to be real, to be a person, to be in a body that was indisputably yours. Think about that body. A leap into a cold lake on a hot day, the sting of blood welling from a fresh wound. The friction of a fingertip. All of a sudden, the memories are closer than you thought, blurring as you approach, until you can't tell one from the other. Cold slips in behind you, and the sensation fade out of reach. I should be thankful for the still nature of this new body, given the current circumstances. The cold of the container feel immediately present, cold, hard, in the back of your face, cramping your limbs. You desire this. You desire to resist the desire to stretch. Non-claustrophobia comes next, and retreat a little from your nervous system isn't painful. Like you see no pain at least. An emergency plan. In emergency mode, pain is a message delivered with efficiency and ease. Reminding that harm is imminent. There is no insistent throb, no trembling nerves, just a warning delivered from the anal quality of a digital system. No digital notification. Right there are thousands of them. Remember the plan. You must remember that it wasn't a good plan, but your options were limited. And once you get the itch out, by any means possible, it was either that plan or something much worse. It was at least simple. Collapse the shaft, drift away into the chaos, slip into the cargo processing, steer yourselves to the containers, and then hope the freighter left before you were missed. Some were lost in the shaft, others found the meeting point, but only a few made it to containers. As a freighter, as far as you know, left, it feels enough to know that that you might not no longer be on that grim heartless rock, even if the airless hold of a freighter, you might freeze solid long before you reach any destination. Goodness. Wait for the cold. That's all there is now. It's been a long time since you left. Surely weeks, months. You are dully aware of the damage to your legs and your right arm. You've been reserving your body, your energy as much as possible, but your body has needed to shut down, need of assistance to protect you. You spend much of that time asleep, knowing that anything else would be impossible to endure. That I know that past decision we made did not matter based upon that dialogue. You'll feel the weight of that impossibly begin to gather. It's time to sleep again, not just false body into inducing delta waves in your emulated mind, and again recoil into a dream of which when you were once a person. Time passes, the cold creeps further in. You feel something. Warmth. Not true warmth, but the indication of its presence. Your joints release from their rigor. Sound too, everywhere. Retching and shimmering so loud that your body ducks your hearing to protect its sensors. Then light, white as cold. Softer and softer until a haze of dirty yellow figure appears. You're out. It's been a few hours. Dragos pulled you from the container. You sit hold it in the corner of his scrapyard, swaddled in reflective folds of a mylar blanket. You are slowly coming back to consciousness, back to life, and you stare at the ornately curving element of an improvised heater. You are surrounded by angular and coherent lumps of ships, some corroded beyond recognition, others still carrying glassy wounds along the edges where plasma arcs slice them apart. As you trace their shapes with fog eyes, you hear a voice. Sleeper, are you thawed yet? Never seen someone come out. Never seen one of you come out and like this. Never seen one of you come in like this. Your friends must have been better perseverance than Sub-Zero vac. See more of you frozen to whole plates or inside outer locks in my time. They weren't so lucky. Dragos comes into focus, shrouded in a makeshift tech, his headset with glinting eyes of the mark of a drone operator, On the shoulder of one of his symbolically linked drones perches, its irising eye locking you with an unflinching stare. The last sleep that came through this yard was a while ago. That didn't last long. You try to read his expression beneath its tag, but he seems lost in memory for a moment. Or perhaps he's figuring out what to do with you. Plan to survive. You're not sure if he hears you. I would ask you to let you to tell yourself to a corporation, and I suppose you can't go back. Your old body, that's theirs now. You're just software, and it's a rogue emulation illegally possessing a corporate property. You no longer remember by electrically signing the forms, the cold floor on your feet as you padded to the sleeper cells. The promise of a life off world, but as you do, you get these now familiar sensation that these things aren't your memories. These things you know, but not things you feel. You're no longer that person. You're an offshoot, a copy. What you won't know is what's ahead. At least that last one didn't. There's no easy way to put it. That body of yours is falling apart. It is the same for any sleeper who makes it out. SNR wants to protect their property. If they can't get a hold of you, well, then no one can. Remember that too, or at least rumors of it from the other sleepers. Planned and obsolescence. A building dependent on the regularly administered supplements are part of your routine. Stop taking them and your body starts to shut down. Separate from your later mind. How long has it been? How long do you have? But for now, sleeper, you are one of the lucky ones. Drago's glances up and away towards the glassy home of the yard. The eye is the best place you could be now. The eye? The station. You'll see enough. Dragos impatiently shifts his weight. Look, I've got things to be getting on with. He trails off. There's an old freight container I've been using as storage out in the stacks. We haven't been putting much valuable scrap these days, so you're welcome to it. Something wells up inside you, motion fatigue. You shakily get to your feet. All right, you head on up there. You look like you need some rest. And with that, Drago stalks back to the Rex, his drones flashing, converging onto a rusting Hulk. Plasma flash is silhouetting his spindly figure as he returns to work. Welcome to Aaron's Eye. Life on the isle runs in cycles, during which you can talk to characters, explore areas of the station, and perform actions. Then just cycle, you head to your current home to rest. Resting will move time forward in the station. Head to the empty container location to rest in the cycle now. Select location with that and that. Oh, wow, wow. Wow, wow, wow. This whole thing. All cycles need to end. Rest and prepare for the next one. It's feeling like the second option HD. I don't know yet. The weight curled up in the corner of the container and begin slowly assembling the world around you. After all this time, you still find this body, the way you wake up in now, strange and disjointed. Its message is readable, but somehow wrong. You sit up, pulling the mylar blanket close against the cold. Here you are, on this ruined station, millions of miles from anyone you know. Are you still in that system? Did any of the others make it out? It's impossible to know. After all this, what matters? Building a life. Maybe you did get lucky. Finding yourself here, maybe here, on the edge of everything, there's a life for you to build. But before you can build anything, you learn how to survive. Maybe, if you can do that, you can make a life for yourself. Dragos left a few comforts in the container. A mylar blanket, the bedroll you slept on, a canister of water, a makeshift electric stove, and the faded sachets of some desiccated powder. You thumb the powder stud. You thumb the power stud of the stove and begin to boil the water. The contents of the sachets smell like damp wood. You sprinkle them into the liquid. As the pungent smell washes over you, images from your restless sleep come back to you. A ring, like the station, but skeleton and ghostly. Web of threads pulling at your skin, a constellation of bright hexagonal shapes like angular suns burning into your mind. There's something unpleasantly visceral about these images, and it's long after you finish drinking before they begin to fade. You tide away the stuff as best you can to try to gather enough energy to greet the day. Tutorial: condition, action dice, and energy. Your condition represents the current state of your artificial body. It depletes by one segment each cycle and can be damaged in violence, injury, or lack of food. Your condition bar empties, you'll suffer breakdown. You have to figure out how to recover your condition now that you no longer have access to the corporate pharmaceuticals that you were keeping you alive. In the start cycle, you roll your action dice. These dice can be used to perform actions on the station. The number of dice you roll is based on your current condition. The worse condition you have, the fewer dice you have. Once you use your dice, you cannot take any other actions. You must recover them ending the current cycle. You must rest to recover them. Start current cycle. You also need energy to survive. This is represented by your energy bar. You can fill your energy bar by eating, but first you have to find somewhere to get food. Energy depletes by 2 segments each cycle. If it becomes empty, you'll be starving. When starving, you'll lose your energy. When starving, energy loss becomes condition loss. So your condition will deplete at double rate per cycle. Okay. Let's say up top. Flickens. Okay. Regular stand in the corridor where you close up the container. He's still wearing his headset. You realize, and in the harsh light of the corridor, you realize it's implanted. The drone sits on his shoulder, cachet of sensor eyes rapidly irising. How are you feeling? Okay. Their own chirps, good to hear. You notice how beneath the beneath the operator's rig, his skin is marked by burns and blotches. I know you know the container isn't much, but it'll keep you safe. He pauses, so I'm not gonna chit chat too long. You good enough to work? Sure. Alright then, he nods. At the yard, it's simple stuff. We hack these old holes down, sell them off to shipyards or the bright market dealers for cryo. Occasionally we pull up some tech, something with a little bit more value. But most of what comes in is scrap. It's hard to find good hands here, but I figure as a sleeper, you'll be used in manual labor. And obviously I'll slip you a few chits of commission based on what you turn up. Just feet along nervously. Look, I wouldn't usually do this, but in my opinion, you can best be suited moving along as quick as you can. And the sleeper as well. But things being the way that they are for me is at the yard. I need the help. Why? Things are a little tight, that's all. I owe a little cryo to an agent, to a client here or there. Pauses, thinking of something else to add. Look, just come down to the yard when you're feeling fresher. That's plenty to do. He nods and distractedly turns and walks away, the drone hopping along with him. See you later, he calls back. Looks like it's time to get to work. Actions are the primary way you interact with the world of Citizen Sleeper. To perform an action cycle with the D-pad and X, choose an action dice to assign. Actions reward you with clock progress, energy, condition, or items spent on the outcome. There are 3 types of outcome. Positive, the action goes better than expected. Neutral, the action succeeds. Negative, the action fails. Action dice affect these outcomes as follows. 6, 100%. 5, 50-50. 3 and 4, 25, 50, 25. 1 and 2, 50, 50, negative. Number 1, type, either critical or repeatable. Well, actions displayed differentiated by their type, risk level, and their skill modifiers by the action. Type, either critical or repeatable. Critical actions can be performed once. 2, risk, either safe, risky, or danger. Safe, no loss in condition, energy, or cryo. Risky, negative outcome means cryo energy. She lost. Danger, negative outcome means condition loss. Neutral outcome can mean cryo energy loss. 3, skill. The skill that requires either engineer, interface, endure into it, or engage. Modifier, either -1, 0, +1, or +2, added to the action dice when slotted and improves the value. Sometimes actions require +1 to perform. Shoot, bruh. This reminds me of a board game a lot more than a video game. So we have, then we cycle clock and put dice. We can go to this one because it's risky. 100% positive. Start action. Plus those back in business. Actions often produce clocks. Clocks are displayed below in the actions that fill them. Track your actions and how they affect the world. Filling a clock means something good or bad is about to happen. Some clocks, such as the one tracking Drago's dead, are cycle clocks. These clocks tick themselves once each cycle and can complete without player input. Any active clocks will be displayed on the icon for location. Is that okay? That one's repeatable. Both of them are. We'll go manual salvage. Thanks. Consistently per year unlock drives as you discover more about yourself and the world. Drives guide you to specific objectives depending on which path you decide to take. You can track drives, any track drive with a yellow marker on locations that will help you pursue your goal. Exit drive with L1. You are now free to explore Arizona Side and make your life for yourself here. Try tracking a drive to help you survive. Look for food and energy up and a way to recover condition, fill clocks, record stories, and find new opportunities. Remember to end cycle at your home whenever you're out of dice. Scroll the station with all those, rotate that with that. Cool. We pay Dragos. So, brother, what? No. Let's see, open it and close it. Toggle tracking. That's going to show you where it's at. Back out. And this is just all different. It's just like all the things they could explain. They didn't explain enough. I'm switch out to salvage for that you can pick some Wisconsin time. So you have to go up through that. How do you get this off the screen? Thank you. I have -1 on that too, so we're gonna fail these. Or we're like guaranteed to fail. That's borderline a 0. +5 cryo. Cryo's a bad thing? Thought it was fine or good. Another one. Okay, but that's great and all. These are locations. Let's just cycle clock. Still dog plans. Hmm. Got 40 cryo. Alright. That's all good HC. See, you was talking about food and stuff like that, but I don't really see it. Started to prepare for it. Like, I'm already starving. This time you don't wake up. Instead, the ghost of the station, that shifting skeleton ring around you. For a moment, you're gone. Absence from your own body, stretched out across the colorless void, and connections begin to establish themselves. The rest of it on the edge of your mind. These strips become vectors, and then vectors of exchange and extensions as you feel the thoughts slipping away and down them, dissolving into millions of distributed nodes you connect to. You see station. No, you feel the station. A web of texture in a smooth black liquid. Touch it. Find the points of station, you connect to it. Pulse through it. Follow loops and pass around it. You touch more points than you have fingers and you try in a moment impulses to connect them. The flow passes through you so rapidly fierce are being carried with it, splitting and separating, eddying and gathering. As you do, things occur to you, things you can't possibly know. You reach out, try to grasp them and touch them too. You notice a tugging, pulling at you insistently as if it was a small child. Somehow, it's pulling in two directions at once. You look down. All of a sudden, everything shuts off. You come back into this unfamiliar body, both yours and not yours at once. You find yourself standing in a container. Your eyes are now open to still, dark walls. You feel a change within you, a shift. You close your eyes for a second and you feel it waiting there. The station displayed across your mind. A storm of connective nodes waiting to be explored and then it's gone. Okay. So this is great and all, but you taught me where is the food? Find a doctor? Where? How's the outcome? You end up at a drink stall, debating finer points of the Solheim collapse. Try to remember all the tips your companions offer. Besides, you like it here. Okay, once again, you need food to survive, and I don't see food. Next comes a call from the enforcer at the door. Shove it down the flickering hallway towards the open apartment door. You keep your head down and your shoulders high in the queue, trying not to bring attention to yourself. You're thankful for the tip off that the doctor was operating out of this place. But now that you're here, you're not so sure. The gang enforcer on the door. The light flickering strips. The decaying how block. They have all made the long queue after the test of your nerve. But your options are few. Without a supply of stabilizer, your body will. You suppress a shiver and shuffle into the forefront of the queue. You try to find something to distract yourself. Look at the enforcer. The enforcer is looking down the corridor and you dare to glance at him. His purpose is unmistakable. He's here there to intimidate, threaten, and if necessary, to carry out those threats. His broad shoulders are framed like a metal exoskeleton, a couple of mirror-like implants sit below his eyes like mercury teardrops, subsidiary sense input, and or aesthetic markers you aren't sure. But you aren't familiar with this geometric blade-like tattoo on his arm. But you make note of it. You avert your eyes when he looks at the cue. In a few moments, the figure pushes through the doorway. You catch a distant voice. It's the next one in, Toshiro. The enforcer jerks his head, and you slip inside, passing through a dark entryway, pushing through the plastic sheeting on the far door. The room beyond is bathed in a warm light, a floor to ceiling transparent full to a floor to ceiling transparent panel gives a full view of the bright market sealed roof and the buzzing traffic above. And for a moment, you're transfixed by the motion. Come sit, calls a sharp voice. You see a silhouetted figure turned away, replacing the plastic sheeting over the frame of a simple folding bed. You make your way across the room. The figure turns, and as they do, you see an expression of confusion flash across their features. They open up their mouth as to speak. They blink and then quickly regain composure. Please sit. They gesture to the bed, then open a case of tools on the table. You sit. Sabine turns a compact diagnostic scanner some kind in their hand. They hold it to their eye. Remain still, please. Their tone is clipped and businesslike. You stare ahead, still dazed from their expression when you first entered. Fear, recognition, sadness unmistakably etched across your face. How long have you been in this station? They ask, scanner still to their eye. A few cycles. They nod. It's good you came to me. They set the diagnostic scanner on the table. I'm going to start by assuming you don't know anything. Then take your arm and roll up the sleeve, expecting your synthetic skin. Your body is dying, they say, without ceremony, without drama, but not without empathy. SNR doesn't like to see its proprietary technology let loose. To prevent bodies like yours, frames as they call it, from being stolen, repurposed, or in your case, escaping, they built in the process of so-called planned obsolescence. Obsolescence. Yes, frames decay rapidly would not regularly inject with a stabilizer, one of which SNR remains sole producer of. They look up. Sound familiar? Yes. Good, that may help. They swap to your other arm. Running some thin metal device over your skin, you feel the forearm tremble. I'm sorry, Saban says. And if you're unsure if they mean if they mean for the what? You're sorry if you're unsure if they mean for the cold touch of the metal or for everything else. Relations like you, sleepers, as most people know you, aren't classified as people in any other surrogate systems. You have no rights, no status. They focus hard on the inspection of your arm. SNR has no reaction to the stabilizer in the market. Saban looks up as to apologize again, but stops themselves. You know, little of this is of use to you. They turn away, disassembling the metal instrument and cleaning it. Silence fills the room as Saban works, and then the silence gives way to tension. You stare back, willing them to say something, anything. Saban turns to face you. I may be able to help. They sigh, you see the darkness under their eyes, hear the fatigue in their voice, gesture the door. You saw Toshiro outside. You nod. He works in my benefactor, Yadigan. They're influential to the low end. They give me a space to work, run the door, and take the profits. At the same time, I have to fix up their enforcers, tend their implants of their wounds, and look away. But Yadigan has a connection, smuggler from the Starward Belt. Mercenaries working from the corporations on Ember. As they source a stabilizer, maybe you can have a better chance. Saban says something slate. Their notes complete. This is dangerous. It'll be expensive. I think we can do it. Thank you. Saban walks into the window, their face dappled by shadows and passing drones. Let's just see if this works ahead. Let's see if this works first. I'll let you know when we have a lead. You nod and leave. Saban still staring out, unmoving. You reach a low level and market. You look back up to the panels of the roof to see if you can see their face, but the room looks dark against the lights at the market. You duck your head and walk off into the crowd. Where's my food? Thank you, bro. Infus is busy, his broad face uplit by the makeshift gas burner in front of him. With precise, delicate movements, he lays thick chunks of marinated fungus in a dented wok. His other hand idly tosses a metal bowl of sliced vegetables and some red flake dressing. It smells incredible. You watch as he fulfills a set of orders, heaping the fungus with a bright salad, depositing it in plastic trays. Sacks of chits rattles in his apron pocket as customers file past the burner, handing over payment. Approach. We're not just gonna. You join the queue. It's supposed to be made of off-duty salvagers. Back. It's CHITS. You want to say chites? It's the same thing. Chit. CHIT. Chite. CHIT. I don't know what other way to pronounce it. And rolled down to you guys who's off-duty salvagers, vac suits unzipped and rolled down to exposed stained vests, grubby mods, a lattice of scars and tattoos. You're just taking it right with it. I'm literally reading what I see. They discuss the best food on the eye, the best drink, comparing the notes of bright market dives. Their words cut through heavy spacer slang. Eventually, it's your turn. You shuffle to the front. Emphas speaks in a deep, even tone without looking up. First fries free. Thank him. Smells almost unbearably strong as he cooks. Evidence of the fungus laced with something so spicy the smoke makes your eyes water. The heat from the burn is like a bonfire. Your skin hardens to its glare. I know you, he whispers. Emphas says while he cooks, his voice deep but clear. A hard life, a lot of stories. He glances up from beneath his cap with piercing eyes. I know. You begin to tell him about your journey to the eye, and he nods as he cooks. His eyes never leaving his work. You can tell him about the confusion, the pain, but also the sense of possibility and sudden arrival. You tell him the cold and dark of the container, the endless cycle spent within it now. Now it seems you tell him like a dream that you had once, which you can never forget. You tell him that the eye excites you and scares you, unsure where to walk, where to look, what to do. Eventually, you tail off, running out of words. Hands a plastic tray with steaming fungus in one hand. Next time we talk. Next time, can we talk some more? He smiles, but next time you pay. He slams a heavy hand against the button on the burner side and shuts off. The roar of the next flame. The impressive heat fades. Next time, then sleeper. He waves you away and begins to oil the walk. Before you turn back to the alley, notice the geometric patterns of circular scars across the forearms, each surrounded with the constellation of a glinting pin marks. You walk away. As you do, a bite of the rich, spicy, delicately sweet fungus. Your taste sensors light up like a fusion reactor. You'll be back. Oh, thank you for the food. Okay. You need to call operate pharmaceuticals, otherwise it's escape. And we're just waiting. Waiting meaning like that's cycle time. Repay. Eat, emphasis, stall. Those two things, storage and food. Maybe if you supply with both in your story. What do you mean? It's eating? It's just literally eating. Does that take up a die? There's no way. Order fungus. It takes 15 cryo. We already talked to him today, so let's not force that. We got a fabricator owned by order exchange. With that, I mean to ship my core. Truthfully, that means nothing to me. So we'll continue on with the thing we were working on before. Up, down, 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 down. Come on, bro. This control scheme is boot school. Vice Records is your back in business. Don't go in it's caught something ugly. If you miss the payment, where two things get nasty. Okay. Where does that the risky endure? So if I do a manual salvage correct this time, or will that make it white or yellow? Doesn't matter. Okay, +2 for that. I think. No, go back in it. Get back in. Get back in. We'll do that same thing again. Oh, we need more food. Right? Yes. Eat up again. No, eat up again. Not that. Up. Did I just spend it? Because we need that dice. Yeah, there it is. Alright. You have to eat the food first the night before. What happens if I overeat? Because it doesn't cost anything. Well, it does. So it's just +3. It still says fading on my stuff. Alright, if they say so. Risky safe. It's like 50-50. It's 25 mid and 25. That his Sam is 3. You might as well go with the. No. You want to guarantee you get it then. But it's going to be both ways, same thing. Safe is 50-50. I don't remember the breakdown. Is there a help menu? Is there help menu? Okay, that's a problem. You should be able to check that a second time. So, danger means there's an outcome difference than the numbers you put. I forgot. Oh well. I'll go risky. Okay, so that's what I'm saying. 25, 50, 25. Back. Same thing. 25. That goes down to a 3. But then, safe means even if I get something negative, I'm not losing anything. Risky means I could lose a little bit, and then danger means I could lose a lot if things go the wrong way. All outcome, 15 cryo. Beneath the lockmarked holes, you find hidden containers. Okay. And then next day. cycle. See, how does it go back down? So do I get 5 dice or do I get 3? Then it's, oh, come on. Again, the skeletal ring of the station fills your mind. It sparkles with glittering lights, like stars reflecting the winter lake. It's clearer and crisper than before. The threads still pull, but you remain in place, flickering out the flow. Between the threads, you see bright shapes, cachets of simmering light beneath the transparent crystal forms that follow this path. A thread will look across the ring. These forms then leap off to the void. You begin to understand these nodes and connections, a map of information of communication. There's so many layers, so many loops that it seems almost impossible to parse, but you try. Focus on the nodes. The nodes are glassy, bright, and all this flow. Lightning Gobble, W for the sub, demands. I would have Lightning Gobble. Approach 1, a pyramid or a triangle. Dimensions are difficult here. Ending close to it. Inside, shifting layers conceal, for sure. Conceal a tangle of threads. Are neither of them all plugged in? No. I'm saying threads, a meeting point of exchange. But before you can glimpse any further, the glass clouds and hardens, cutting you off. The threads and nodes. So I can turn this one off. Praying for no stick drift. No stick drift. Did it already start? Okay. You lasted for 3 seconds. You stop. Stop. I'm going back to the purple one that fast. Oh, that's tonight. Whereas I'm down for it. I was having to try something once. If it's fire, it's fire. If it's not, hey, we try it. Just kind of what time it is. Passages and puzzle boxes, one leads to the other. There's so much here. So many answers, so many questions. All you need to do is follow the path over the boxes. You look across this ghost of a landscape. Ghost landscape of exchange and see an opportunity. I'm in CST. Within that insistent tugging again, pulling at you. You look down again and see 2 lines. 2 threads pulling in different directions as if they were tied around you. The first thread leads out, away from the station into an inky black. Someone out there is tracking you, hunting you, following the ship's thread to you. They're in the ship, and the ship is approaching ever closer each cycle. The second thread pulls in, pulling deep into the station. Your gaze follows it, and this time you see something, a sphere shimmering above a strange angular body. A pulse shoots from it, passing over you like a torch beam, testing you, tasting you. You open your eyes, time is short. So explain to me, is it my condition then? Because if that's the problem, that's why I don't have my dice, and I'm going to focus on that. Something that's changed inside you can now access the data cloud of the eye, network decaying protocols, and data caches. While there, you can use dice and systems to extract data. Be careful, these networks are old and strange. Okay, that doesn't affect me. Echo's Yard, that happens every cycle. We're 1 away on that, so we don't have to worry about it until later. What we need is to get our condition up now. Because we're going to lose those anyway. Take a few cycles to get that done. It's an L. Our food is... Might as well eat. And then we'll complete his thing now. I need to wait. Stock C4? What do I do here? Oh, that's just a time thing. That's the best things we can actually work on. Back of business there. It's 15 cryo. So it should be payday now, right? Payday now. You arrive into a buzz of activity at the yard. Red blinking lights flash across a vast dark shape suspended below in the dome. They flicker across the scorched hole plates and bent structures, spilling holes in the twisted shape. The cutter is huge, it's been torn apart in some violent encounter. She's a beauty, isn't she? Drago stands to the side, focused on the hulking ship as it's lowered into the yard. She is. Don't argue with him. I should thank you. This place was last on its legs when you turned up, and now it's looking like this. The ship descends slowly. The interior visible through multiple hull breaches. You struggle to gather the same enthusiasm as Dragos for this monstrous craft. You can't help but think of what has become of its crew. What happened? What do you mean? He glances at you. I managed to convince our salvager friends to give it to me on credit. That's what happened. What happened to the ship? Not my concern, he shrugs. The ship creaks like a calving iceberg as it reaches the base of the yard. Dragos is visibly excited. I know I said you shouldn't stick around, but I'm gonna need some help with this one. The drones start to crawl over the hull. Their lights illuminating, flashes over the hull. Watching, you wonder if you arrived in a similar fashion, locked inside that container. The wreck of the SNR freighter lowered into the yard like a corpse ready to be butchered. Or was a container delivered to Dragos on its own, a womb for your rebirth into this strange station? You shudder. Perhaps you can learn something about this ship. You might be able to trace the path that led you to this yard. Drago squeezes your shoulder. After these past cycles, I think you're up for it. I think we're up for it. What do you think? You see the fading name of the ship blazoned on its side. Winter Light. Let's do it. He claps you on the back. Glad to hear it. Come back in a few weeks and make it start. Or a beauty, Dragos repeats, perhaps to himself. You take one last look at the shattered ship. Shattered ship as the drones start cutting. It's about the yard. You feel suddenly cold in the empty passage. Great. Drive one upgrade point. Completed your first drive. Each drive completed up unlocks upgrade points. You spend upgrade your character. Access your character menu with R1. What's the one thing that I'm already struggling with? That's my endurance. Let's get that up. Make it play neutral. At least I think. You mean up? What is? Oh my gosh, the control scheme bad. Did I just upgrade that instantly? Because I'd like to be able to control what I guess not. Oh, you have to press upgrade. Predictive reasoning. Engage. Dude, it's like pressing the buttons doesn't make sense. Like I can't tell if what it's selecting. Not they can. I'm not. I'm good on that. All right, we got a 1 and a 2 for these. Memphis, we've done that before. That one still doesn't mean anything to me. Wait on the doctor still. This is yard. Wait on that one. Basically, what the light means. On paper, we may find answers. Things right from up to it. Okay, cool. So this is the primary storyline. Why would you do it on anything else? Okay. This is about to go negative. Oh no, we got neutral twice. Welcome back. An empty container. I'm back to sleep. Today was weird though. This whole week's been weird. I'll be excited for next week. It's not really a slow day. I went to the dentist earlier today, and a lot of times, like streaming especially, is momentum based. So since I missed the beginning of the day, that means people who would normally be at the beginning of the day and be with me through it all, through like the rest of the day, did something else, you know. So it's fine. And then what else happened? Just trying to do stuff. It happens. We're chilling. And this week as a whole, things have been out of order. Next week we'll be back to the regular stuff. So I'm fine. As you close up, a voice echoes down the corridor towards you. Sleeper, wake up. Vegas coming down the corridor towards you, a wonky grin on his broad face. Hey, glad I caught you. Do I know you? He grins. You do now. Stand on your arm. I've seen you hanging around. Just wanted to chat. You sending that thing? He nods back to the container, shaking his head. Rough. We already get a start in the eye. It also depends on the game that we're playing. This game is slow paced. It looks away down the passage. What was it? Old Erland said. The eye that opens for us all. Nice idea, but well, not always very practical. Practical. Glances back at you. We do our best, but it ain't that easy. We. I don't think stream elements. I don't think stream elements and like all the bots and stuff don't add to the viewer count. So it's other people. Some people just sit and watch and don't ever say anything, which I'm cool with. Either way, I honk. Hello. See, look, there they are. You pass together to the main walkway. Havenage. Havenage? We're all one dysfunctional family. Fang puts his arm around you. I'm not part of the security branch, though. Don't worry, I'm with the systems. Everything that I runs on. He runs a hand along the passage wall. This place is a room, but systems keeps it spinning somehow. At least we try to. He stops you in the quiet passage. Look, that's not what I'm here to discuss. I saw you around and well, I know a little about you sleepers. I have a proposition for you. He glances around, but it's not a place for it. It also affects is as if there's ads running or not. I don't have ads running often at all though. I have an office just across the way. Give me a cycle to prepare. Then, when you're settled, stop by. He lowers his voice and gives you a dark look. In truth, I need you. If what they say is true about you sleepers, well, there's work to be done. I need to download a way out too. He pats you on the back, his voice, bright and dark, looks suddenly gone. Stay clean, sleeper. Hunk, do you want to like set everything up on stream at 8 too, or start set up earlier and then just hop into it at 8? He walks off down the passage, raising a hand in farewell. Drago's getting mad at me. He's getting uncomfortable with me here. Doctor's almost done with the surgery stuff because I need 5 dice. I gotta keep going. Haven't eaten today. Thing about it is, I feel like this game was implemented in a bad way. Because I love board games, right? And it has a board game aspect to it. But there's a certain way to do it. Like the tutorial and all that. I feel like they shouldn't have done it in... let me finish. I feel like they shouldn't have done it in this type of manner. Because there's a whole lot of reading and not a lot going on like auditorily or visually. And you got to do a lot of carrying on your own. And the control scheme is not it either. The way that I have to maneuver between stuff, it ain't it. Sleeper, Memphis calls out to you. A booming voice echoes through the corridor. Tell me a story. He throws out a hand of chopped mushrooms in his walk. Like, for example, reading these, like, it makes really great visuals. But showing instead of just telling would elevate this so much. If they just presented it differently, this thing could slap. But I get it. There's like budget and all this extra stuff. So they did what they could. Tell me story. He throws a handful of chopped mushrooms in his wok, the fire leaping up to meet the oil. I see you. Cycle in and out, but we never speak. Tell me a story. What kind? Any kind. He drills something from a plastic bottle into the wok. But one of yours. He looks up at you. Nothing stolen. You pause. Spices reach your nostrils. Think about the story you'd like to tell Emphas. Look at Emphas, the listener, and imagine he's heard it all before. Perhaps he would enjoy a strange story, something that with some spice. To watch your dreams. 4.5 on Steam is not a flex. If you make your game correctly, you're going to get a 4.5. That's not hard to do. I can make a game, and as long as it works, people can give it 4.5 stars. 7K reviews are will be positive. Once again, as long as your game works, you're going to get good reviews, especially on Steam. People don't rate games on Steam because of how good the game is 1 through 10. They often rate it because the game works and they enjoy themselves. Keep in mind also, Beardsoft, you've played this whole game. This is my first 30 minutes, first hour. Like, pressing me for what? All the sleepers, you tell them this. Had dreams. And you know if I'm truly not feeling the game, I'll be like, all right, but that was cool. Next game, next game, next game. I haven't done that yet. So I legit give these new games a chance. And I'm trying. So we're simple. Memories left over from the intellectual process that become tangled up in their minds and will come out when they slept. Wasn't ready to hear a sleeper and then dorm scream or cry out at night. And another thing is I've been reading everything. For me, it depends on what game it is. Some games I'll be like, I read all that, I'll skip through. But I know a game like this, it matters. So I'm making sure. But your dreams, those gray skeletal images of systems and structures, of threads and patterns, weren't like the others. It's still doing setup, and that's why I'm not being extremely judgmental out loud. There were memories or nightmares. They're reflections of reality, distorted, yes, but somehow true. You learn, but then to keep quiet about how you learned about them, to let them flow through your mind like water. That was until now, until you arrived at this place. Now your dreams colonize your waking life. They slip behind your eyelids with every blink, and now you understand that they aren't dreams at all, but some process of interfacing, speaking, of another world that flows through this one, like smoke through air. You tell them that you don't know if there's a reason for your dreams. Perhaps your reason is just some side effect or particular quality of frame you inhabit. Whatever it is, it's a gift. You have to make use of it. Emphas finishes cooking and squints a little at you. Sleeper, he smiles. You're quite the storyteller. He eyes you and you realize that he is trying to gauge how honest you have been in your story. Emphas passes you the meal he cooked. You take it gratefully. As you eat, he talks in natural exchange. Thank you, Sleeper. He looks around the empty market, but my time is done for the day. I don't want to keep you longer, so I'll make a proposal. He gestures the plastic boxes of ingredients stacked behind his stall. These are good for the most, but someone told me a story that made me think. A couple of cycles ago, they came across that gap in the Greenway. Fresh mushrooms grew. Have you read about this? No, I haven't. Neither have I, but I trust one who told me. He described the packages up. Emphasis begins packing up his things. Can you bring me some? I cannot cross the gap, and I worry about leaving things behind. He smiles. I'm sure it's storyteller like you can handle the trip. I'll prepare them for you, and if you wish to tell it, be the odds for another story. Agreed. Good, booms Emphasis, and I will wait for you to bring them. Emphasis slides his walkway and strains up. I'll prepare a recipe then, Sleeper. Good luck with your foraging. You turn away and then walk back into the main market. The rich taste of Emphasis food still lingering in your mouth. Source of food, you think. A trade that seems rather fair. Still got 6. Just breaking, drag yourself to pay for your fixed wage. I'm not that down. Our clearance, 16 crypto. I believe there's a way to do it, and it's just, I feel like it's fighting too much with what it wants to do. Because there's another game that's like visual novel-esque called Coffee Talk, and I enjoy that one a whole lot. But that one's a lot more character-based and driven And the gameplay of that one, it's like the same thing with me reading back and forth, but there's but the characters are enough to where they do it, and then I just make coffee. Right, that's stuff for the day. And I'm trying to give it its time to cook. I am. I'm committing. Hunted. Someone out there is tracking you. Follow your trail. Won't be long before they arrive. They better not try me. It's over here. This thing. See, like that. Dang. Sleeper. Fang catches your attention as you approach the Havenish building. Then it gets to the bay door to the side of the entrance. You approach. Easter easier. What? Easier to come in this way. Security and all that. Gives you a look, you know. There's a button, the bay creaks open, blinking lights in the dark behind it. You follow Fang inside. Truth be told, I don't spend much time upstairs. This is where I work. The door hisses as it closes behind you. The bay is filled with pieces of hardware, all rigged up to generators and diagnostic slates, and things you don't recognize that glow with the blue screen light. There's a chorus of hums that blends into the single wave of static, filling the darkness corners of the room. Filling the dark corners of the room. Fang leans over the service stack and gestures around. You like it? It's incredible. It smells wildly. I thought you said that. He taps in your service stack, which bleeps in response. This is my treasure trove, all dredged up from the sea systems we call the Eye. You wouldn't believe what this place runs on. He steps over to a tower in block, speckled with the vents. Some of these systems are from the original station. AE1, the Solheim built. We've had to invent new components, repair things we've never built, reverse engineer entire subsystems into existence. Residents here look up at the Eye and think they're seeing a concrete reality. But this place is a system of constant flux, decaying and growing, collapsing into new configurations. Why Finn? He looks down, he walks down between the hardware stacks, and you follow. We are keeping this place alive, but we're marking it into something new, dragging away from those corporate origins. He stops. At least that's what I'm trying to do. He turns back to face him on the flickering machines, humming all around you. I know you can see this too, Sleeper. All these systems sections. You can't you? I can see it. Makes sense, right? You're here between here and there, between the people and their systems. You need to light this place up like a beacon. That's what it needs. You glance at the light around you. As you do, they seem to flicker, to realign, to follow your gaze. Bing realizes it too. I'm guessing being a beacon isn't always ideal when you're on the run though. They're tracking me. Pats on the shoulder, maybe I can help with that. There's a lot of old growth in this place, subsystems I can't see, access protocols, loss of time and decay. Secrets, a whole lot of secrets. With your help, I can unlock this place. Break off those last ghost limbs of corporate control. He lowers his voice below the hum. Even in Havage, there's an old growth. Those whose roots trace back to those old days. Give me a judge of the past, and I'll see what I can do about that tracker of yours. He winks. The sleeper. I'm in. Bing bumps his fist and claps you on the shoulder. He meets your eye. You won't regret a sleeper. A poop load. I don't even know where that originated, that phrase. Fing passes you in a ragged metal tab, a gift. He smiles. Maybe it's from like horses. How horses poop a lot. It's like that's a. He smiles. It's a SOFOM cipher. I dug it up from the desk of the station. Slot that into an old network gate, and you'll be able to pull out all types of secrets and nodes from the inside. Bucks back to the front of the base. Start bringing me whenever you can. Whenever you can, turn up. Use the emulated mind of yours and see what's out there. Let's get a picture of how things are. Those above, he nods the ceiling, have granted me an acquisition budget. I can pay you for whatever use of data you bring in. I know you need it. He slams the door. He slams the door button again. Keep quiet and keep it clean, sleeper. And I'll see you soon. You step, blinking back out into the passage. Those flickering lights on the back of your mind. I agree with what you're saying, Lightning got bold. Data? I have to have data. We can pay you well for any Solheim data you dredge up in the old Nazo system. So I have to get the Solheim data now. I'm not doing that just yet. Because we have to... That takes time. The medicine should be done now, right? That's what I was thinking. The first thing you see on entering is the glint of Toshiro's implants. Like a cat's eyes in the dark of the corridor, he nods you in as you arrive at Saban's door. Entryway is still dark as you push through the sheeting in the surgery. I have it. Saban stands with the case open in front of them. A set of vials lined up inside, separated by foam inserts. They pick one up, rotating it in the warm light. See, stuff like that. Like, it does really good describing the visual, but if you ain't here for all that, you know. I have no idea how Yadigan. Nature Allah. We should treat this with caution. It looks authentic, but I have no idea if it really is what it appears to be. Don't care. I appreciate your enthusiasm, but we need to be careful. Fortunately, I'm not sure we have another choice. Just for you to sit on the bed. Stabilize works under a similar principle to a immunosuppressant in the transplant operation. In that, it stops your body from attracting the unfamiliar part of itself. In the case of your frame, the unfamiliar part is your biosynthetic organ groups, which over time are identify your body as foreign material and therefore must be eliminated. Saban holds up a vial that would be the stabilizer. However, unlike immunosuppressant, the stabilizer doesn't do this by limiting your entire immune system. Instead, it re-encodes your synthetic organs with new protein chains, which act as passcodes within your immune system. The stabilizer refreshes the passcodes, keeping your frame from ejecting all the organs. I know all that made sense. In very basic terms, yes. Look, what matters here is the stabilizer should be able to encode any organic synthetic matter to be accepted by your immune system. They glance away. At least if the stabilizer is genuine, the only way they know for sure is to inject the vial. They're readying the syringe. I'll start with a small dose to limit the risk. Okay, let's do it. Spawn cracks the glass neck of the stabilizer vial. I use the syringe to extract the fraction of the liquid. They tap the syringe. You watch as if any sign might emerge from the clear liquid. You barely feel the needle, your frame registering the initial injection but with little response. A sensation begins to spread within the site, a fizzing, trembling wave that disperses through your arm with incredible speed. Your vision goes white and returns. Sabine appears encased in shards of sparkling light that slowly fade into darkness as you settle against the back of the bed. You swim in darkness, muffled voices like an argument heard from underwater, breaking the waves of the cold. When you sit back up, Sabine is sitting in a chair by the window, facing you, backlit by the glow of the slate. Awake? Yeah. The stabilizer is genuine. They sat down beside the bed. They don't know how Yadagan acquired a case of this stuff, but they did. Sabine looks troubled, distracted. You should rest more, but you're going to have to do that somewhere else. They just to the door. I have other patients. Sorry. Sabine nods towards the case. I'm afraid I can't offer you any more doses. You're going to need to pay for your next dose. Silence fills the room as they return to the going state. Looking around the room, it seems different somehow. As if things have moved or shifted. No matter how long you've been out. Sabine, nothing comes free sleep. Remember that. You managed to get your feet. What was the point of that option then? You managed to get to your feet and wander out into the hallway. The queue stretches down the flaking corridor. Toshiro stands impatiently by the door and fixes with a glance as you leave. You lower your eyes as you stumble past, somehow faintly aware of the station spinning beneath you. What's difficult is hard to... It's like with, once again, Coffee Talk. Coffee Talk, I'll play as the barista, and then everybody else comes in. And it's easy to tell what the tone is. With this one, there's a lot of build-up, and with that build-up, I have to just read it straight. And then the characters, I know who they are, and so I could voice them, but it is. If it's supposed to make this old recipe, I need your old caps nice and firm. I don't know where I can get that from. Do food straight up. Man, it's gotta eat. And this base management stuff, I could really get behind. Like, this makes, as much as I was complaining before, I was complaining. This part makes a lot of sense. This setup, I maybe shouldn't have done that as fast. Okay, my condition is stable. I need my dice to get, I need 5 dice. They're not sliding my way. We have 1 and 1. There's something else we're missing. Not that. I could upgrade. I have 1 upgrade point. Someone's a light. Blasted ship. This is... Where can the Garol caps be found? don't have that. Save my tracker. A remake of it could hit. There's a lot of things to do, but also efficiency wise. I think you might as well just keep on working at the yard. It's like +1. These are both the same. Shoot. 50-50. He's not even nervous about me, though. So I can really wait. The winner could struggles. Since you discovered if you're curious. I don't really care about his. What's my goal? It's all good, Lion Gobble. I'll see you. Vial stabilizer. I thought that happened today. 100? You're tweaking. So I have to put in that work. Prodigal return is. This is such a good way to describe it. What's up, HT? Mine's one of my condition. The 16 cryo. Get back to bed. Anything else I need to talk to? Nah, because that's just where I put the mission. Hey, we've gotten our food for the day. We this for the change the ping light. Change from the inside. Ooh, Do y'all ever wipe down your controllers? Sorry, I was touching too much. That's on me. I can't turn it off? Cancel. Good. 5, 2, 1, 1. Okay, finally! We have 5 die. Did we have that before? I don't think we have. That's what I've been waiting for, though. We have to get food. And it's putting a lot more time in the whatever. I was just like a white one. Like it's not like dirty, but I see some stuff. And for other controllers, I know if I've done it if I absolutely had to. Besides that, a fixed wage. We'll take that. 16. 3 do one more. 3 and 4. Mine's my condition. Let's say flickering. Oh, it makes sense. So based on how good your condition is, you can then that's how you get your stuff. And then food affects that. We've already eaten today, right? Yes. Got the stabilizer. Vascular compartment found wrapped around. As you leave the surgery, eager to be away from Tushrow's glare, you notice something wrapped around the stabilizer valve, clutched tightly in your hand. You open your hand to find a thin film marked with holes and sigils. Unrolls from around the vial. Your one has a hard metal strip and a handle. Inspect the film. You hold the cloudy film with the light. It's perforated with ornate pattern of holes. I have to word for the markings. Passkeys. Is it entry key for somewhere? Well, obviously. Metal, my land is warm and pitted. You can see the set of numbers are printed to it. 20F, 2207F. Then, crudely scratched into the handle at some later date, low end. For one moment, you consider going back to surgery to return the key, but then think better of it. The Saban wants you to have this. There was a social passing on a message. Try at the low end to find out. Where is the low end? Upgrade point. Thank you. Okay, we have 2 upgrade points. Oh, you need that to please work. Thank you. Icebreaker, double awards. See, I want to be able to. Oh, it's that simple. Okay, so you can put it at 0. Well, I wish I didn't do that then. Somebody dissection allows energy recovery at home. Energy meaning what? Let's see. Talking about house. Oh, because I'm still getting tracked. Inject stabilizer. Stabilizer. I don't know if I want to do that just yet. Let me see what this one is. This sunbathe. We'll throw it a 1. Energy +1. It didn't knock on my stuff though. It didn't knock on my condition at all. Because I don't want to use a stabilizer on a day that we'll try it tomorrow. We stabilize it tomorrow. Let's put in this last piece of work. Not there. Try again. It's okay. Let's do this cutter salvage. Shoot, these are the same, aren't they? Okay, my condition just dropped. Let's do it again and then pop us. Then let's go to bed with full food and see what happens. Good. Because I'm still lost on how we get things back. Because there was a point where the condition was bad. Is that home? No, that's not home. And then end cycle. So am I going to wake up with 4 dice this time? Or is it going to refill back up to 5? I can't tell. That's how our condition dropped. Why? Use that. Okay. So I have to go to bed with my stuff full. And then I'll do all that. And I need 100, so I gotta put in more work and do food. Food comes first. Run that. Then let's back it up and continue working. We can run the danger one. 50-50. Why are you gonna die, HT? What is wrong? Yard clearance completed. Okay. Final pieces of winter light sit in neat piles, waiting for the collection shuttle at Havenage. Dragos has managed to sell the remaining pieces in the shipyards. The fact that it's hard to forget, as he's been telling you about it for the past 2 cycles. And all of that remains is for the Havenage to come and collect. You look around the yard, transformed when you first arrived. The mostly repaired drones flip back and forth, no longer buzzing unevenly or in dark corners. The scrapped section sorted the system that you and Dragos says, what is energy then? Put into the past, cycles paying off. As you look, you notice a pale light from the office by the entrance, rundown Capitol building, which houses all records and spare equipment. Dragos must be inside, and you get your feet and walk over to find out when the shipyard collection crew will be there. Knock. Sleeper, come in. Swing open the door and walk in. Drago's sitting at a small metal desk. Shipyard told me that they'd be here soon. They'll hand over the chits and we're all set. He writes something with a stylus on his slate and shuts off. Of course, we should talk about a bonus. He stands to turn his face to his face placid. I don't know where your next job is coming in, but your tide should be over for now. He opens up his hands to reveal a stack of shits. Take them. What are you talking about? Dragos presses his chits into your hand. I've done well by you, and you return the favor. He straightens up and clears his throat. You realize he's prepared for what he's about to say. These chits are for you to take and do what you want with them. They're for me, and they're the last I'm going to give you. He pauses. No more work for this sleeper in this yard. He folds his arms. Sorry, but that's it. You stay in the container as long as you need, but the yard is done with. He turns to his terminal. Tell him that you need the work. There's plenty of work to be had on the salvagers need off lands and Rotunda. There's a shipyards in Midline. I'm not the only show in town. The gas yard, which is in Dragos' headship, portray no emotion. You need to stay, sleeper. You need to stay away, sleeper. He continues considering his words. Trouble's going to follow you here. Trust me. Am I in danger? Do you expect to be? You expect from SNR. You escape from SNR. Drago suddenly grabs you by the shoulder and drags you out of the office to the yard. He turns you into a stack of pieces from the winter light, dissected, cut down until they're recognizable as a ship. You came through that, sleeper. That should have been you, chopped and stacked. His hand trembles on your shoulder. This is what happens here. We cut down and broke machines and move them on. Well, I didn't cut you down, but I'm sure moving on. Moving on before whoever killed that ship comes here to kill me. What do you mean? He shakes his head. These ships, they didn't break down. They didn't get this commission. They didn't break down and dry dock. You think they look like that? If they did, someone ended them. That means someone's tried to end you, sleeper. We're done waiting for them to turn up. We've had our fun. Now it's time. He gives you a little shove. Now go on. He turns back to the office. That's it. He shouts. Goes back inside. The silence hangs in the air as you leave, with your pockets shaking with chits, and a strangely hollow feeling in your chest. Can you send me 50? Drive failed, minus drive. I don't care. I really don't. Save my tracker. Thing. Where can I do that at? Already had the food. My condition is now stable, which is great. To get a stabilizer? No, we can't. That was 83. See where else we can find work. Let's take it to low end, which was 60. Already eaten. Need the caps there. Need 100 there. Hardware exchange. Play exchange. Uh-huh. What's this? Scrap fighter, buy some scrap. So that's where that interaction, you can buy scrap and then sell it. Like we need another place for payment. We should probably go into the low end for that, if I had to guess. We're getting all these. Fangs Bay, deliver data. Where can we find data? Solheim data. So we'd have to go to the bottom? Because I think that's the only place I could go, right? It's a shipbuilder. Could do that. If we wanted to... Bow. Low end. We'll drop 60 to go down there. I want access unlocked. How do we go down to low end? Okay, and now I'll have access to that. So we had to do that within the game. They just didn't tell me no. Alright, this apartment, unlock apartment, we have that. The lock chunks open, and the metal door swings into the dark. As you push the door open the apartment, the lights flicker on the outside of the apartment. They reveal plastic panels, the curved shape of the wall-mounted utility units, the detritus of routine life in every surface. You step inside, clicking the door shut behind. The amber light of the aging fixtures glaze everything in a pale orange. The work surfaces hold a variety of objects, indistinct in the dull lighting. A pale blue light drifts in the doorway from the end of the room. And inspect the surfaces. Smudges through the thin layer of the dust suggest a recent, rare, hurried visit. They trace a path to the water dispenser, the auto wash, then to a cabinet still half open. On the shelf sits an empty case. I feel like what we need to do is get all the games, all of the After Dark games, and put them onto a wheel, and then spin that wheel at the end of the stream. Like, that'll be fun. Because I know that all the games that I like to play or would like to play at the end of the stream, but it's just hard to make that decision. So I feel like a wheel would just be fun. And this could be all on the wheel. I don't hate this game. You cross the cramped utility room with its auto wash, dispensers, water closet towards the doorway. Through the doorway is a dark, warm room, lit only by the faint glow of the terminal screen. Inspect the room. A bunk is tucked into the wall, its blankets ruffled. Wall escalators with rows of vials and containers. Welcome back, Fish. Did you say you were at a birthday party? Where you been? Briefcase sits open, loaded with rows of reagents and compounds you do not recognize. In comparison, this room is clean, ordered, and controlled. As you approach, there's a crackle from somewhere in the dark. Sleeper, Saban's voice shakily echoes throughout the apartment. Welcome to my home. I'm sorry I can't be here. I had to make ultimate arrangements. You hear rattling noises, static. I was able to record the message. How's the party? But I don't dare to show my face. Something is happening within Yadigan. I no longer trust them. Their voice becomes distant, slipping behind the background noise. I have something to ask you. I want you to get me out. Yadigan was supposed to hide me, to protect me after everything happened. I was desperate, and after that I was too tired to care. A noise like waves passes over the recording, but I'm done with them now. I want out. Screw the dead. I need insurance, something I can hold against them. Did you just pull up or did you come with a present? You know, as you get older, it's really just your presents that matter, not the presents you give. Mm. But I need insurance, something I can hold against them. I have my suspicions, but I can't be sure. I need information, and as you know, you need me. A pause, something clicking in the dark. This isn't a threat. You have to understand my position here. Another pause. I know sleepers. I've been here before. I can help you, but now with the Yadigan's noose around my neck. Give me data, give me information, give me something I can use against the Yadigan. Then I can get out. And you can get what you need, please. Waves of static cut into Saban's voice. But here in my terminal, I can get to it whenever I can. I was like, hi. What's the recovery like? You look around the tiny room, try to get changing minds about living here. Working at the desk, sleeping in the bunk, blinking into the terminal into the dark. The recording cuts to the static, filling the room with a white hiss and silence. Access the terminal. You sit in front of the home terminal. Hit a few keys. Somebody's left the access port open, but the rest is encrypted, locked away behind passcodes. Saban might not trust as much as they want you to think. Why does Saban want to hide from? What debt do they have to Yadigan? You might want to assemble the pieces, but too many are missing. The only thing you know is that without stabilizer, your body would die. You glance at the briefcase on the desk, and its glassware glinting in the dark. You turn away to leave, the door clunking behind you. Back in the corridor, you notice a scrawled graffiti of a blade up against the wall. Yadigan. You feel yourself being drawn to something you don't understand. Okay, so you're healing up quick. Low end. Gotta find work there. Filter caps. The lack of filler caps can be heard as residents play rotating down the scan for cryo. I need it. -3 cryo. That's how much all the man. Stock guys you lose. Run it back. That's all. Get your sleep in. Even less? Come on. We just can't win tonight, can we, ladies and gentlemen? How much? What's the food like here? Express delivery. Devenu what's the name of this units? Asking for tips. We'll feed anyone who does a shift. So we could, because we're not gonna have enough. We don't have enough money for it tomorrow now. So I like that we unlock that low end stuff because we just ran out of food and money. We'll be all right for tomorrow. We'll have 5 die. Something's gonna come out of it. We're still being hunted. Ah, we got it. That's why I gotta take care of the tracker too. Trying to take care of as much as we can. Resource-wise first. So my main priority is making sure that my condition, make sure that my food, hunger, and all that is straight. And then from there, we can begin to focusing on that next piece, which is getting this tracker taken out. Because if they've had my location already, they're already headed to this location. There's nothing we can do about it. You'll have to talk to higher ups. There's got 360s, 2 2s. So let's go back to low end district. And I better win this one, or else I'm boxing everybody. Today. Splash. I only gained 3 from that. Get me out of here. We need to go deliver some food. And I'll do a shift. Let's see how this pays first. Thank you, 5 cryo. Now let's really do fantastic at this. 13 cryo. Do it again. We want to get back up to, I guess, 100. Tea house. Just unlock that. Skill upgrade. High stakes place only. Okay. Half-inch data. Where do we find that? Not that. Toggle tracking. Have we toggled that tracking before? We have. Which is like, what is this? See, this game expands too soon. Where's this last piece at? So you can't say helping changes leads. What leads? Some of the stuff is obvious. Talk about this. Extracting the Solheim data. Well, you said that. That's on me. But where is it though? You see, I'm trying to do the right things, but it's not giving me the opportunity to do those right things. So it's just on me like idling. Which in turn can get me caught. If I get caught, I get caught though. We'll do some more low end stuff. We've made enough money today where we can risk it, and I ain't scared. Lost that one. We got the drive. It's no emphasis. Extract Yadigan data. Where is that? Okay, thank you. How much does that cost? That cost 150, was it? If I remember right. Not that. Yeah, I need the Yadigan data. Or something like that. Bring emphasis all caps. And even still, this one. It's like... Wait, what? This one you needed. I wish it gave you kind of like a flow chart. Because you can tell me to extract the data. But I don't know how to do that though. I know you have to go somewhere to do some things and do some other things. But you gotta let me as a player know where to go. And how to do it, because then I'll do it. If the dice fall the right way. It'll be alright. What's my main objective right now? I'm with the lowriders. Trying to get that done. Why the hits so hard? We got some nice rolls though. First thing we'll do is we're gonna check out this guy. Get some food here. Okay, there's one. I don't want to do that much, but we need that energy to be maxed out. Hard work on my body. This is the tea house. What did it say? Talva room. I need higher intuition. I need to upgrade my intuition. Reroll all my dice once per cycle. That's kind of crazy. Maybe we should have. Or maybe we really should have upgraded that one. How do you even upgrade? How do you get upgrade points to work your way up to there? There gotta be a helping section. There's a place you can buy scrap, right? If I remember correctly, there is. It's one of these places down here, though. That's not scrap. I'm not trying to go through every single one of these sections multiple times. Should build. That's been there this whole time. Fangs Bay, deliver data. We don't have that. They arrive, they arrive. I feel like we'll play until they arrive. Is that the same thing we saw before? All docks, to dock plans. Could play the exchange if we wanted to. We got 54. So did I just make that up that there's a place to buy scrap? Hmm. I don't see any place to get scrap. And I've just made it up? Nah. We ain't got that. So just do whatever we were doing before. Play some more tabla. Let's go. Did anything happen there? Okay, there it is. Caster. Their defense. Cross between the walls of units of the cavernous streets at the center of the low end. Pressurized bridge is full of Talva. Shots of children. Beware of elf that were air filters. Casters. No, sorry, sleeper. I see a man sleeping at the top of the table alone, sitting there. Someone untouched by the hustle and the bustle of people around. He gestures to sit at the stool. Yeah, he says sit. He sit at the middle stool and starts setting out the board full of counters. With counters, or at least photo caps. No one is typically used in their place. Caster. He says, by the way, of an introduction, looking over his glasses. Night or day. Gestures out the caps. Sprayed, white and black. Night. He nods. Black counters are on your side. Let's begin. You take 4 plastic dots, which pitted and worn. Each pitted and worn. And determine who starts. Caster rolls a 6, you roll a 4. I lead. He begins. This moves the first cap precisely around the board. Play passes back and forth between you. Dice changing the hands of the caps spread along the board. As it does, Caster speaks. Eyes not leaving the caps. It's usually see a sleeper on the eye. That's why I wanted to play with you. Take a turn, rolling a 6 and a 5. Do I play carefully or aggressively? Play carefully and then aggressively. After all, sleeper's mind must somehow be different than a human one. Being emulated, I mean. As Caster talks, you build up a wall of caps, stacking them safely across the board. Progress is slow, but you remain unexposed. I didn't mean to offend you. Caster meets your eye. I merely see that you were different. By definition, different. What is subtracted by inflation? What has been added? Sets the cap into a single open point. A risk and an opportunity. You ever think about this, sleeper? What you were before and what you are now? Always. You roll a double 1 and solidify your wall. Caster whistles. The holding game. Commendable. You be brave to build from what you came before. He rolls the dice and leaps your wall in a single move, but we cannot die idle for too long. The slower we move, the sooner we are caught. The past is you. The past you is not just an idea, a concept for you. It's a living, breathing person. He looks over his glasses, his eyes bright and wide. You split from them like a shadow splitting from its caster. They may be sleeping now, yes, but one day they will awake and carry on their lives, unaware of your fate, no matter what they may be. He answers that smiling. You are a branch severed from the main trunk. An offshoot who refused to die, so to speak. You roll again under pressure now, trying to slip your caps from under the casters before he solidifies control of the game. So what I'm curious about is how you see yourself in all this, Caster asks. How did this tangle of truths make you? What is it? So it's driven. Caster laughs. Not much is obviously, but I can see in your eyes. You're eager to make this count for something. Caster looks away through the glass to the crowded units on the sides. But driven towards what? He starts removing caps. His home board is now full. Is there an indie or just endurance? You try a few more rolls attempting to get back in the game, but Caster clears his home board with a sense of inevitable. He is known he's been winning for a while. I may have pushed too far. He slides into the cap from the board. My apologize. But curiosity has been a habit of getting better of me. You roll the cap onto the board, but all spaces are blocked. Caster grasps his hand apologetically. You play well, really. Your weakness is not your game. He smiles warmly. We have much to learn about each other. He slides his glasses back up his nose and sits back. I feel we could share knowledge, ideas, or perhaps even data. His eyes glint with that last word, to our mutual benefit. To our mutual benefit. He slides his final cap from the board. It's over. He has won. I'll see. Please, I don't want you to feel uncomfortable. He holds up his palms. My intention is only to help you endure here, and if I'm able, feed my curiosities. The game over, you notice the hustle and bustle of walkway once more, the call of children, deliveries, arguments, reconciliations, and wash over you as you stand and leave. Caster nodding goodbye as you do. Crossing the walkway, you replay the moves of the game in your mind, looking for an opening as you're sure there was one there. Tight beat, Caster stable. Adding in business, have input. What is up with this input data? I don't have that. Show me where I can find the data and I got you. Is that just something else I have to do within my time? Cause bravery. I need money for that. I'm stable now, which is great. Good thing to be. Shipyard. Shipbuilder, home materials. I don't get why that is dangerous though. That's me. You don't need that. Hunted, about to be. Banks Bay. I don't have the data. I have Solheim data, Solheim cipher. How do I have that? Eyes old systems. Not that. I didn't even go to Rotunda. So document plans. All was fine. Dennis was fine. So this is where you get the average data. No. I got a toothbrush, chapstick, and some floss. So if that's the happy ending you're talking about, yeah. Do it. Oh, action available. Okay. Ankita? Hey you want to chit? Ankita stands beside a huge pile of tie together whole plates. The update is tomorrow. I'm excited for it. It's always a fun time whenever a new hero drops. Stretches out her back, her shoulders bulging beneath her flight suit. Sure. You cross the splitting concourse as she begins to split the plating into two bundles. What is it? What's with this place? She asks everyone lashes the master place together. Everyone wants their cut. We're doing a way out on Saturday and standing up. We stuff. So I don't know. No, I don't think we'll. Well, I could run it in the living room. It'll be like late Saturday night. I hope we do. So ends up. Through an imposing height, her armor plane's creaking. Looks up and down. Don't try anything, alright? Drops the butt of her side arm. Don't want to have to put anyone else down today. Think of it. Good she pauses. Look, I'm not usually, let's say my temper's been short lately. I could have hoist up one bundle of plating on her shoulder. Come on then. Let's have enough chat. You've got enough. You've got to earn that shit. You struggle to shoulder the plates, but you do eventually. Ankita gives you a look. Ships this way. She sets off gentry at an impressive speed. You catch up to her. She turns down a passage, pushing through a small crowd of stevedoers. Yes, I know that skill. That's his main. That's the main thing in his kit for real. What's all this for? Oh, this? She nods at the plates at her back. I'm building a treehouse. She gives me another one of her looks. It's for the ambergris, that cutter you might have seen sitting out there. She rapidly turns another corner as you travel behind. She got cut up pretty bad on the last job. I had to moor up here for the spell. But since then, it's only gotten worse. Someone got in, and the slice core is from our ship mod, so she's gone dark. She shifts the panels on her shoulder. Well, where are you seeing the updates, like the patch updates? I was gonna say, can you drop the link? Yes, you can right now. It's on TikTok. Cause I do like to look at those. See how things shift within the game. Cause it doesn't. It like gets kills, but not okay. It gets kills depending on where you are. I wish it gave you more armor. There's like a balancing act. Anytime I use it on someone who's in the back line, I die pretty instantly. The upshot is that I'm one short ship mind with a ton of repairs to do, and the rest of the crew is signed off at the moment that they got wind I've been stranded. So yeah, it's been time. Anything I can do to help? I don't know. I got a ship mine tucked away on that frame. If you got a ship mine tucked away in that frame of yours for a moment, I'm not sure if she's serious. I'm gonna swing the plates from her back, almost knock you over the process. This is me. She hauls the second bundle over your shoulder. You're the first person I've met here who might actually be considered helpful. She pauses, chewing her bottom lip. Look, you want help? Come see me. I need a hand putting Amber back together. You don't want to seem like the type to try anything stupid. She passes the bundles of plates through the Amber is out of lock and turns back. Just don't go spreading this around. I'm gonna throws you a couple of chits. So here's a bonus for not trying to grift me. She gives you a parting nod and ducks through the hallway. Alright, get out of here. She calls back and the lock slams short. Lock slams shut. When did the patch notes come out? Like today? I need to know. Get a drink. It's like a test. Solheim rations? Rations meaning data? It's still one. Don't describe it like that then. That sounded like we were getting data. Imagine a lot. They're all these different items. And no good way to get to them. Alright, my brain's reset. I feel like after I spend these 6, we're gonna change games because that dialogue box in particular reset my brain in such a way I forgot what I was doing before that point, which means it didn't really have value anyway. Because I'm trying to do the important stuff. But also, everything needs some other thing, but it doesn't tell you where that thing is in reality. Let's play the exchange. Marvel at 4, win. 19. Talking about 4 tomorrow? No, I have a shorter day tomorrow. Like, significantly shorter. 6 today? Of course I could. But how you gonna get the platinum then? Since we're still... For the hamburgers for you. Actually, I don't know, because we just unlocked this, the hamburgers. Let me see what the next game we could have ran would have been. Because they've been slow. It happens. Like, I am not taking it so hard. Whenever things like this happen, it's... Need food. That always reflects back on me. Energy. Do it again. Good. And then we'll spam hers. Did it fill up one more? Yeah, I did. I want to see what happens when that fills up. So we'll do our best to knock this out. Good. I can only do that once. That's perfect then, ain't it? Good. And then one more. Splash. And get to bed. What are you missing? Nothing crazy. Feels rebellious. Alright, those guys be pulling up now. Whoever they are. How? I'm about to get heated. Somebody, Hunter. Oh, they're a sleeper. Don't you run. Stand still. Good, good. Hand pass your code down. You know your master's voice. Ethan spins you around. Yo! That's one of the most wild entrances I've ever experienced in my life. He's wearing a wide smirk and a sleek jacket. You immediately know he's terrible news. You're on the way out here, then stay put. He laughs a cruel laugh. That's a sleeper thing. You're my first. You barely hear him. You notice the handgun he's leveled at your chest. It's hard to take your eyes off of it. He slips down his little hand. It slips some type of ring from a boat loop without taking his eyes off of you. Making it to the eye, though. That's pretty good. This place isn't bad. Bars, markets, people. I pull most of my contracts out of asteroid caves or off of godforsaken moons. Splits the ring into two perfect circles. It's hard to hit a civilization when there's so much space to pass through. Who are you? Just freelance on a contract. He reaches over the slide of the rings around your wrists. Go easy. Let him. Good, you got the idea. He grins. It's over. Ethan nudges you to start walking to the ship and to home. He whistles, going easy. You stumble down the corridor, your hands behind you, your mind racing. Who hired you? Your daddy's at Essen Orb. They want you home for dinner. Ethan yawns and continue to nudge you down the corridor. Shame to come all this way, head back to Essen up that quickly. That track of yours makes this too quick. Was hoping you'd be a bit more of the chase, a running battle through the bright market maybe, hold out on the low end. There's a few establishments might enjoy checking out around. You walk in silence for a little bit longer, desperately trying to think of everybody escape. The Essen Orb track will be the death of you. I have an idea. Ethan interrupts your thoughts. How about on the way back to the ship we stop for a drink? I'm buying. That's his own joke. Cousin is in jail for what? I have a better idea. What's my better idea? Better not be one of those where you try to dramatic pause and try to jump me because I'm pretty tired of that. Although, use Ethan. I've got enough of myself thinking. You beat up a guy? What? Why did you beat the guy up? I kind of missed that. What'd you beat the guy up for? Because they kids, that's on them. Sometimes you make decisions. You know how long he's in jail for? Got myself thinking, what's the rush here? Here we are in one of the most lawless joints in the circuit systems, and we're headed for the exit. He pauses, and you try to get in silence. I ain't even that crazy. 2 months, easy. Okay, here's the idea, starts Ethan. You and me make a little agreement. Here are the terms. He turns you to face him. You run or leave or try to ban the eye, I'll shoot you. You plot or scheme, you try to kill me, I'll shoot you. But you come and meet me at the establishment of my choice every few cycles. You pay my tab, I don't shoot you. He pauses. You don't pay my tab, you're out of this handgun. You get the idea. I get it. Okay then, sounds like a deal. He stretches. I really thought this was going to be... You thought I was going to have to kill you. This is so much better. He clicks, slips from his belt, and the rings release from your wrists. I want to see if I can find my old stool at the compressor club. Couldn't see me there. Aims the handgun at you, squinting down the sight. Just remind you that body of yours is one big tracker, so don't even think about leaving the eye. Oh no. Ethan turns and strides off into the corridor, slipping his handgun away. The mix of relief and terror is leaving him underwhelming. What are you gonna do? Where is he? Where's this thing at? Faith and stab. Wait for Ethan to run up a tab. Where is he? He's there. Okay. Alright, alright. Distance. Not gonna be a small bill. Well, now I want to see what his cycle adds up to. Shoot. I was gonna be like, okay, after that. But I want to see how much his stuff is. You gotta put in some work. You killed Jeff. You have to kill Jeff real quick. I ain't gonna lie. But I mean, since you're here and communicating what you want, I might as well. We can't buy anything. We have to build up money. If we know how to build up money, what are we gonna spend that? What are we gonna do with it? Don't have any more upgrades? How? We've been cooking lately. Ambergris. We can repair the ship's hull real quick. This is called Citizen Sleeper. It's risky though. Maybe we go risky for this. Boom. And then we deliver some food in the lower area. We just do that. We would do some shifts, make sure that we eat. Good, a cryo, beautiful. Because we need that. And we're at 87. So that way we can make a quick bag. We do just do some deliveries. Do some deliveries for sure. Or we could play that game. No, that's not worth it. We'd lose 3 cryo from that. Not that either. It's for sure in space. There's nothing else. It's like Among Us, though. I think we just gotta go for it. Negative, we just get energy, right? It's just energy. If it's neutral, hey, we rolled negative twice. Win next game. Next game, I need to see what happens with his cycle with Ethan's tab. Whoa. And that shouldn't take too long. Because we're building up money anyway. So once this day reloads, I can tell you how long it'll take. Are we still at 4 die? Bro, how? At 87. Naughty boy. Ooh. I think we'll have to get this in the synthesis. For real. We'll do this whole repair with 5. Boom. What really adds to the time of this game is the dialogue. The dialogue is thick. Description of what's going on. This part is easy to me. We prefer the food. There's a 6. Then we can just deliver the rest, right? What I should have done is I should have rolled low to start things off and then delivered after that. So for example, do it like this. Why would I do it like that? That's what I'm saying. We just lost energy off of that. So now we gotta get it back. Please don't roll low twice. Neutral outcome. Money shot. We're at 103. Buy another stimulant. Stabilizer. Sorry. Because I get how much that costs, but also some items. We got 3 cryo. You can't use that? She's trying to talk now. Ankara is crouched computing toward the ambergris, sweating to herself when you enter. She doesn't look up. These completely ruin the core signatures when they cut it. Shows up a thick fistful of ragged wires. Ship mine and they ripped out, won't even be usable without replacing these. She throws them on the wires across the room. Amateurs. Can we repair it? This is the 2 repair. We need an entire ship mine. Not exactly the first thing you expect to dredge up from a scrap fighter. She saw as fragments maybe, sections of a mine, but a complete ship mine, no way. Anka climbed out the cooling well where the shipmine should be. The space suddenly crowded her on the same level as you. Towering over you, she stoops beneath the low curved ceiling. Come on. Nothing to be done here now. She'll lead you back to the guts of Amber. There you can find your way back yourself. The repair process left you familiar with the cutter's idiosyncratic layout, all the ledges, angles, and bundled tubes. What do we do now? Agata seems lost in thought. You focus on the corridors, ducking below the conduits and passing through the bulkheads. Eventually, you arrive at the galley. Even though it's hard to tell, most of its benches and prep surfaces are covered in half-strip components and welded hole patches. Agata shoves a box of filters to the floor and sits. There's no way around it. She starts out of nowhere. We new ship on. Where from? Scrap freighter. Ward exchange. Man, I found one in the overlooked bathroom. Doesn't matter where, it just matters that we get one. She rubs her forehead. Seems to do something very stupid, but hey, I came here, didn't I? Why not make fun of it? She fixes you with a hard stare. Sleeper, you're all I've got. No crew, no friends, you're it. She looks uncomfortable. I appreciate the time you put in on Amber. I'm sure she would too if she could. What I'm saying is, you screw me on this, I'll kill you. She leans over and hands me a stack of chits. A back of chits. A big stack of chits. You don't care to count them. Keep that in mind, Shitmon. Give me that Shitmon sleeper. Don't make me regret this. You won't. She sighs. Just get me out of here before I change my mind. You step out of the galley and head back towards the main lock. As you do, an amber growls and creaks like a caged animal. You reach out a hand to calm her. Time to find a Shitmon. Somehow. How much? We just got 100 off of that. Big bag, big bag, big bag, big bag. What is the picture like? I was gonna send y'all one earlier. Like earlier not being a day, but like earlier. That was a real goofy picture of me. Aha. I could buy another one. I'm not going to right now though. Let's see how much Ethan is making me buy. He making me pay. Like, how do I lose all that? From one night's rest? Are you serious right now? Where's the stuff at? We have 2 more days. 2 more cycles, as they say. Same exact plan as before. We're going to run the small ones first. 1 energy. We're gonna need that again. I'm gonna play with the dice a little bit. Go 3. No, why am I doing that? I had the right idea. We'll take the 5 cryo. Do I do that? Yes. It's 13 off of that. What are we working on now? We can still work on it? No. Which one is this? I see it. That's your message. I can get you those caps. I know where they're at. No, extract Yadigan data. Repeat and then run up a tab. Gather scribe at the unit. Where is that? It doesn't sound terrible. Seems pretty simple. Brother, get this out my face. It's like anything else of value I can't do because, hey, you gotta have this piece. But we're not gonna tell you where to find this piece at. It's not funny. What was that? I'll do this. Risky to change. No, I'm not thinking. That's on me. Let me go buy a meal. Okay, I'll check it now. That's on me. Go to bed. And then 1 more day. I was good on. That's the way it was. That's not even that crazy. Baby, don't get it twisted. Okay. One more day, and then this tab appears. You feel like how overrated is wild. Let's get the food up. I was thinking about trying her out in practice mode today, actually. Do some more deliveries. I feel like we're wasting ourselves now, are we? What else could we do? Let's see how else. I'm thinking about Hawkeye also. Like, just people I don't really see people playing like that. At least not anymore. What'd that say? Oh, no, that's for the other stuff. Yeah. Don't need a stabilizer. Run the exchange again. Crush the trader, do it again. Actually, it's risky. Might as well just throw out a 3. Things go bad, we're ready. Boom, treasure trader knocked down. Let's work our way up, because I know there's other things we just haven't done at all. This is a shipbuilder. Boom there, and then here. Do some favors. We lost energy off that though. Gotta buy some more food. We gotta eat at the end of the day. Once we're done with everything else. Instead of us starting with it. Like I get trying to refill. But look, we got +3 off that. We gotta be smarter with how we get our food in too. Stop flashing. I'll go back to bed. And that piece is still falling for some reason. I don't get it. Like, why? If I throw you a 1, is that gonna keep my stuff safe? It's just energy. Do I like that more? What do I gain from that? What's time? Not that. How much did he spend? Not that. Not the scrap of the unit. I mean, like, at the drink place. Yeah. Boom. Can't believe you just did that. Ethan walking laughs. Come from the bar. You come over to see him leaning across a pool of light. Empty glasses, spilled drinks linen all around him. It's always dark in the compressor, but this place is packed. Loads of space just mixed with the locals. Usually they run. Ethan spins a glass on the bar. Or go spend their savings on some local heavy you have to put down. They don't pay. So this one, let's see if I give you a good summary. We are somebody from the future, not the future, but like, okay, this is set in the future. We're somebody whose body is like half biometric, half real, and we had escaped pretty much getting thrown away onto this ship, and we're trying to make, and we just woke up from the thing that we had done to put us to sleep so they wouldn't find us, but now that we're awake, there's a tracking device in us, and this guy named Ethan was supposed to kill us or take us back to the place that we left, but now we're staying on the ship and paying him money and doing other things to try to integrate and get the chip taken out so we could leave that life behind us. Great. Wrong, they do close. Ethan gets to his feet. The glass falls and smashes, but doesn't even notice. You think that's it? We're not in a drink, so we're even. Sleeper, come on. His hand comes to rest on the butt of his handgun, dangling from his chest holster. Stop, bro. Eli saw people around him turn into his happen. I told you already about begging. I'm a freelancer sleeper just like you. We both signed into contract with SNR, didn't we? Difference is that my word means something. He closed the gap some a little. What'd you think? You just run away from your contract, your debt? You can steal that little natty body of yours and take it on a joyride, play Human Force Cycler too? You don't understand. It's you, sleeper, that doesn't understand. Some of us pay debts. But it's all hard because of idiots like you. Though I should thank you, Ethan nods, his head heavy, for giving me such an easy job. I'm used to outlaws, real bounties. If I knew catching was sad little escapees like you was this easy, I would have changed clients like ages ago. Someone shouts from the back of the bar for Ethan to shut up. He holds a finger to that general direction without turning around. Shoot me or leave? Stay silent? What are you talking about? Nothing to add. Ethan turns back and walks towards the bar. Good, lesson learned. Ethan sits down heavily on the stool, searches through his glasses with something left in it. They get sleeper. I can find you anywhere. It's actually wild that you haven't figured that out. That body is yours. It will always betray you, no matter what. He finds a glass and sits down, then downs the contents. So please go. I'll catch up with you whenever I need another. He laughs and taps the bar for another drink. Just leave, bro. Look at you on a heel on her way out of the cloying dark. The sweat stench of the compressor. You walk hard and fast down the walkway, anger driving your foot falls into the metal of the rim like hammers. Let's do finally got another upgrade. I don't like the system of this. I'm gonna knock out that into it. Because I really want that instant karma. What's we working on? This thing. We're just doing stuff now because the game seems to. Huh? Oh, display potential positive negative outcomes. I was like, what's going on? So if I get negative, it minus my condition. Add to my yard hand. But we don't have to worry about that because we got 6 right here. Yeah. And I gain energy from it somehow. Same thing. 100% positive both ways. Yes, sir. Might as well finish it now. Just don't miss. Please. That's maxed out. 5 cryo. Let's go. We got lemon mina. We're not gonna start that just yet. Just because I know that's gonna start another text box. Where are we splitting this to? And I can gain energy from that. Cool. 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 We'll buy 6 drinks, 3 drinks today. So I recognize it's here. Money. Next. Dang it. The glass shatters over the stair bar beside you, and the taunts will take long to follow. Hey, Haunt, this basically calls from the low room. What are you doing here? Laughs his own joke. Playing human? Excuse me. You rush a little further, staring at the hundreds of tiny little impact points to scar your bar's fares. Our service. Yeah, that's one of my settings. Is that if I ban you, you can still watch a stream. You just won't say anything. Hand pats your shoulder as you flinch away. It pats reassuringly, you freeze in place. Out. The voice shouts from behind you. You spat out like a shot. You turn to see bright eyes, dark hair, and a stare that could breach the wall and vent you all into a hard vacuum. As you turn back to spacer, the second glass comes to the catch. Put your hand on the glass, shatters in your form, showering in fragments. Through the heap of glass and troll vapor, you see Tal leap the bar and closes the spacer. Thud as she slams into the wall on the bar like thunder. Now flanked by the other figures, quick to their feet, Tal throws the spacer out through the door and stands silhouetted against the rotunda light. You touch your arm and it feels wet. Someone helps you to your feet, back to your stool. The broken glass rattles as it's cleared. As a measure of Jarol is plugged out in front of you. That same hand, warm and heavy, falls on your shoulder once more. Isn't coming back. We don't tolerate that type of stuff here. Tyler flops back into the stool beside you. Let's have a look at you. Tyler wipes the powdered glass from around the wound and places a bottle of alcohol and a metal thin tweezers on the bar. She disinfects them and then turns to you. That was ambitious catch, she smiles, pulling a silver glass at your forearm. Stupid but ambitious. You don't feel the pain, but only the string of your status messages on your body delivers a concerning durable damage and exposed structures. You do feel the care though. As Tyler's bright eyes, there's your thick synthetics and skin for his splinters. Watch her. Tyler works with the skill of someone who has had pick glass of splinters on the skin of a stranger before. Jones into each bright shard all of the time, tapping the sweeter tips with little rhythms that only she can follow. Tyler smiles to herself. So have you been alive for long? Long enough. Haha. She laughs. Hey, no need to act tough with me. A splinter clinks into the tin. Not everyone is like the idiot. We don't all hate you. She glances around. Some of the regulars, they may fear you, but maybe they're just curious. I don't know. But that's what the Overlook is, a safe place. I know what it's like to be in this place. Trust me. She meets your eye. I'm not trying to convince you of anything or separate you from your chits. I just want you to know that if you need something, if you need somewhere, you can always come here. I know the rations we got aren't much and the company is, she leans in, limited. But if you need work, I'll happily put you behind the bar. And if you need shelter, we can discuss that. You'll be safe. I usually have Francis on the door, but he's in the Greenway this cycle, haggling up with our supplier. Francis tends to be the particular about what we serve, even if the clientele isn't. She puts the tweezers in the tin between with a clink. That's you, sleeper, here. She slides a glass of Drool to you. This'll help. She stops. Her hand's on the glass. Wait, does this help? I mean, can you get drunk? Let's find out. She laughs. Don't stay here for too long. I hate to see you become a regular. She walks around to the bar, gathering her glasses as she does. Before long, as we telling how she threw that spacer out to a new group that wanted in, a complete dramatic with actions. Gesture direction, and you instinctively look away, back to the worn surface of the bar. Take a sip of the Drool. There are the fungal tones for your senses, almost blocking out sight and sound, diving like a head first into a bog. He's 4 stars because whenever you get dove, because of his health, it's hard to counter. It's hard to counter well, and it's a positioning of your stuff and stuff like that. Make me sad, brother. What? Okay. I dive into a bog. You may not be able to get drunk, but this can actually feel. This connection to something grown, something fermented, something old feels good. Anything else? Goodbye rations, bar shift. Oh shoot. Okay. First shift, we gotta figure things out first. I'll be okay if it's a negative. That's in crowd, good service. Making good money here too. Alright, that was the day. That was Citizen Sleeper.